All right. Good evening, listeners. Welcome to our podcast. This is a space where real life means real conversation from career wins and failures to relationship, money, mindset, and those 2 a.m. thoughts. Around the table, we have Ryan and Kes, my friends since high school. Our friendship has been lasting for a decade and counting. Maybe a quick introduction from them would put things into perspective. Ryan, let's start with you.
Our friendship should be more than a decade already, right?
Oh, shit. Okay. So I've got to start from when shit. We've got to go. I was going to pick up like from 2010.
It's okay, it's okay.
Okay,
Just continue.
okay. All right.
Yep.
Yep. So
Yeah,
Ryan. Yep. Where are you right now? What you doing? Yeah.
yeah. I'm Ryan. So right now I'm currently unemployed.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, that's why I'm doing this podcast.
Okay. Okay. So it's not like a New Year, New You thing. It's more of no pain, do new things.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So, a little bit of your background, maybe your education background. You're a graduate in.
Oh, okay. So I'm a chemical engineering student.
Okay,
So
all right.
yep, previously worked in semiconductor manufacturing company. Yeah.
All right. So, okay, Kaz, yeah. How about you?
All right. Currently doing some YouTube content. I'm actually a Pokemon Pocket YouTuber, so has been investing almost a year in it. Very
Okay.
amazing and challenging experience.
Oh wow.
It's gonna continue 2026. So a bit of my background. Interesting. I actually graduated from engineering degree. So
Mhm.
um, never thought of gonna do YouTube. Um, when I was young, and yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm a graduate in quantity surveying, and honestly, I didn't thought of doing YouTube as well. I think YouTube has been around since we were in university. It was a very big thing in university, but I didn't thought of doing YouTube. So yep, here we are. So Ryan just said earlier, it's longer than a decade. So maybe Ryan, you want to put in some thoughts into how long we've been friends and where did it all start in your perspective?
Okay, so Vin and myself, I think we went to the same primary school.
Okay, I didn't count primary school.
Okay, since primary school, I don't think we well I mean we knew each other, I think, but we weren't that
But we weren't in the same
close.
class.
Yeah, we were in the same class.
Right,
So
right.
it all started in it all happened in secondary school, in high school.
Yep.
Yep. And then Cats also joined us in high school as well.
Yep.
Yep.
So
So
you knew Kaz longer in high school, right? In comparison to me,
no, so Cas
because
was
Kaz was with you when you guys were starting off in high school, right?
Form
Form
one.
one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I joined your class in Form 3. So, yep. So I've
Mm-hmm.
got like 2 years. I mean, Kaz has 2 years ahead of me, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Uh,
Mm.
what's, I mean, this is always a question that I've always had, right? Like, what's your thought the first time you met Kaz, right? What was your thought? What was running in your head?
Uh, he was a nerd. That's
Okay.
it.
What gave that
I'm,
away?
I'm glad to know I'm not a nerd now. So,
So what gave that impression of him being in there?
uh,
What was he like? I don't know, like your typical, tuck in shirt, with a tie, and then he walks around,
I mean,
spelling out the rules of the.
that's not the thing that stand out. I mean, everyone will be in the class and then they will be like talking to their friends and what, and then he'll be just reading his book or whatever, you know,
Uh,
you know. So
so who
he's that kind of nerd.
okay, like head down, like don't mingle and stuff like that.
I mean, at most you'll talk to the guy next to him.
Okay, and what made you decide to have a conversation with him? Like, I'm assuming you strike the conversation first.
I actually can't remember. I think the
You can't
only thing I
remember.
remember that I think he was sitting in right in front of me, and
Okay.
then I think I
Okay.
guess eventually we just started talking, and then you know
Kaz, do you remember that? You know, him,
I
Ryan
don't
sitting in front of you.
remember. Yeah, as he said, right? I only remember the books I read, right? So yeah. Well, I guess
What book were you
what
reading then?
connect yeah, what connect me to Ryan is that because they are like from a bunch of groups of students who are quite proficient in English, and I
Okay.
was not from a English speaking environment.
Okay.
So it's really terrible. It's really terrible. And yeah, I think I get a lot of help from them. I think one of the objective I get into the group is actually to get help, to be honest. Like
Okay.
to look into my essays and then just to maybe get into the English speaking environment, I guess.
yeah.
Well, I
Mm,
still have a big group of Chinese speaking group, but I think, in order to improve my English, that's the only way, right? I have to step out from my comfort zone and I need to, find out a more conducive environment, right?
okay.
Else, I don't think I can improve. So I guess, yeah, the objective is quite different, and I think, yeah, what
You
I
know,
mean, that kind
Ryan
of brings
described just
me
now, yeah, and what I described just now is totally different because I guess the objective is different. Yeah.
different.
he
Okay.
probably
I
needed
mean, I
some
mean that.
help with homework. That's why.
Mm,
Right.
That's why he approached us.
yeah.
I mean, that brings me to my second question, right? So, what was friendship like in high school? And I mean, like, what was the purpose of the friendship, right? Like some of them, like for me, for example, wanted to be belonged into a certain group. That was friendship for me. Seems like has a different opinion about it. It was more to be well versed in English, and he joined those kind of groups which has that kind of medium. Is that the case? Kaz?
Okay. I think
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
want to
right,
add
yeah.
something. So I
Oh yeah,
said that Kaz is a nerd, but you need to realize that he was the top student in our
oh yeah,
class in
yeah,
the school. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
So there was a few things that I wanted to bring up. Like not only the fact that he was nerd or he's a top student, but the fact that as we progressed in the years to come, right? Since that Form 1, right? Like he has been picking up a lot of leadership roles, and that was something that I wanted to touch on also, because I thought that was something admirable, from someone that's maybe slightly introvert, slightly less confident with the language and stuff. Like he picked up those roles in school, right? Cass, no, Cass is silent. He's probably blushing in the background. He's like, oh, you guys think of all these high things of me.
Hmm. That's your thought on me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Right. Back to your questions.
yeah, correct. So my question, right? Like were there any other like reason you needed friendship at that time?
Hmm. I think friendship evolve, right? As we move on from one stage of life to another stage of life, right? I
Yep.
think back then when we were in like high school, let's just say this is like a childhood friendship, right? I think um most of the thing that bind people together is maybe is like they have like a shared hobbies or
Correct.
something they play together, right? I don't
For me,
think,
I would think it could be
yeah.
anything. Like for us, it was a shared background. We shared the
Mm,
same past together, and we sort of
mm,
drove that to the current place where we are right
mm,
now.
mm. Yeah, but I think like, interesting, fun, playful is the one that, bond like for us guys together, right? Back then in school.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
being a nerd, would it bind another nerd? I don't think so, right? Like you see, being the top, number one would never mingle around with number two, and number two would never mingle around with number three, right? Because they treat one another as a rival. So I think
Oh, that's
shared
true.
hobby or something that is interesting, fun to play, is the one that bind us together, right? And then that's how we become friends, right? So that's what I think.
I'm assuming Kaz is referring to the basketball because probably that's the only sports that are hobby that I've seen him play with full of excitement.
I mean, other than
Mm,
that, it would be
mm,
like Pokemon, I guess. We were playing.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
What was it again?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pokemon
The
Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's the
yeah.
only game. Yeah, yeah.
No, I think
So
other
yeah,
than
for
that,
for me,
yeah.
I don't really. I don't think I play other game lah. I think I only play like Nintendo games. So Pokemon is definitely the main one. And I still remember I bought like a secondhand Game Boy Advance. A Game Boy Advance. It's not the flip one, right? It's not the flip one. I bought it for like what, 100 ringgit back then.
Mhm.
So yeah, from my pocket money.
Yeah, he bought
So
it from
and
another
then
of our classmate.
Yeah.
yeah, for 100 ringgit. So that is definitely a very memorable, past that I had lah. Yeah, because managed to hide it 3 years from my mom, but after that got busted eventually. Yeah.
Is that the longest thing that you have hidden from her? Like, is there any other
Uh,
thing that you've hidden from
and
her?
and game wise lah. Oh, I think
Yeah.
she didn't know that she. I think she didn't realize that me and brother decode the safe password. So I think she still never know. So I think that's the longest lah. Yeah. Well,
That's still
until she read our podcast, until she watched our podcast, and then
okay.
she eventually find out lah.
So it's still
Because that's
running,
where
ah.
she hide. Yeah, that's where she hide the Game Boy, right? So we have to
Okay.
decode the safe in order
To
to
see.
retrieve it back. So yeah,
Oh, so you're
Oh,
saying
that's
that even though you got busted, you managed to open the safe where your mom kept
still
the.
managed to retrieve it back. Yeah, 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 yeah. So it still lasts maybe another 2 years lah. Yeah, another 2 years.
Seriously, bro.
And by then already graduate from high school, right? You don't play game anymore. So I mean, yeah, for me
some of
at
us
least.
some of us don't play. Some of us don't play
Yeah,
games
yeah,
anymore.
yeah, yeah. I mean, different kind of game. Maybe different kind of game. Yeah, but
Yep.
not Game Boy anymore.
Yep. Ryan, like how has friendship evolved for you in these past years?
Okay, I guess during high school it's more of it's nice to be with these few people, and then we had some
Mm,
shared hobbies, and then maybe we have some shared interests as well. And then maybe we can help each other, in homeworks and stuff.
mm,
Eventually it became more than that, I guess. After high
mm,
school, we separated for a bit. Everyone went to your own
yep.
paths. But
Yep.
then, fortunately, we did reconnect back, and then,
Mhm.
and I guess, it evolved to a more intimate relation.
Yep.
It's more than surface level. So we shared
Yep.
our
Yep.
thoughts, we share our problems, and then it became a deep relationship, a deep friendship, and from then
Yep.
on, so it lasted. That's why it lasted for. I would say it lasted. That's why it lasted for so long.
I mean, I had my doubts, honestly. Once when we were done with at that time it was called SPM. I don't know. Is it still called SPM now? Or it's still available. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
think
still around,
I
right?
think it is.
SPM is
Yeah,
still around. Yeah, UPSR and PMR is not around
yeah.
anymore. So okay, it just shows how old I am, right? Or how old we are. Anyways, like I had my doubts, right, at that time. Like, okay, yep, we had this shared background and stuff like that. But moving on to different parts, like, would it be because we were in a very competitive environment, despite being friends we were still in a very competitive environment, right? So I was always like doubting myself whether this thing that we have called friendship would like carry on this far, because everyone's like going to be competitive once when they step out of class, once when they go into their designated or their choice of universities and stuff. Is it still going to be competitive? But honestly, um, I don't see that anyway. I mean, anymore. Yeah, I see that like you said, problems, right? We kind of share, we kind of help each other out where we can, and like maybe if we can't help like physically, we like sort of provide solutions and stuff, like how you would deal with it, how Kaz would deal with it, and Ryan would deal with it and stuff. I think that's it's a really an eye opener for me. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think when we grow older, like let's say you graduated, right? Let's say we all dispersed to different universities, and then we graduated. We have our own job, being a working adult, and most of the time people lost contact till then, right? Unless they end up in the same company or they still meet up. So I think what can revive, right? The meetup is basically the shared experience. What we have done back then in high school that, is so memorable that, you want to, keep in touch and talk about it, right? And then the moment, you reconnect, to your lost friends. And that's the shared experience that, bring us back the memory and hey, we want to do more and then create more memories, right? I think in the past, to a certain extent, we need to do something together. Else, when I meet up with you, it'll be awkward because we have nothing to talk about, right? Unless
Yeah.
I want to sell you some product, you know
You're
that
talking
kind
about
of.
insurance, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
probably
That yeah.
MLF at that
I
time.
mean, the moment your friend open up the laptop, I think, or open up an iPad, oh, it's not
Shit,
gonna
yeah,
be
yeah,
this
yeah.
and that. Yeah.
I think at that time it's clear folder.
Yeah.
When they bring along a clear
Yeah.
folder with them, right? I'll
Yeah.
be a bit worried. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
not a free
And the
lunch.
moment, the moment they say, by the way.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm. So
I'm
you
still
see when when
no, no. I'm
those
just
things
sorry.
happen, right? You know someone is gonna either sell you something, sell you some product, or maybe some service. Maybe something is related to their job or their businesses, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you see when the thing is not a shared experience by both of us,
Mhm.
you know it's not a thing that we're gonna have a long lasting friendship, right? Because you feel like this person invite you for a free lunch with a purpose, right?
Yep. Yep.
Which most likely the benefit is not really mutual, but it's more one sided. So yeah, I think that is something that sometimes is, throwing people off. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Yep.
if we have done something in the past and we enjoyed it that we bring into the table, I think it's very memorable as well to talk about it, right? Mm.
I think we did a
Yeah.
couple of things in the past that sort of uh, gets us talking about it quite often these days. I mean, we did have that trip, once when Ryan, graduated, and then we had that trip to Sungai Lembing, right? That
Yep.
was quite
Mm.
memorable.
Mm.
We did another trip where we went all the way to Redang, and then
East
we went
Coast.
out, East
Mm.
Coast, right? We've never been there
Got to
before.
Kelantan. Mm.
Kuantan. Yeah, we kind of hit everything, as we drove, right?
Mm.
Like that was quite memorable
Mm.
as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Um,
So I think I
I
want to
mean,
add
yeah.
is it's natural to drift apart, but
Mhm.
it's also uh each of us the effort to keep in contact
Yes.
and then plan some activities and also make yourself free to join.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think
I mean the effort, the commitment, right?
yeah.
Mm.
Yep, I agree. I mean, it's just one thing just to plan, right? But then you need the people committed, or the friends committed to the cause as well, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it can be as simple as just going out and having, what's that called again? Nasi lemak burung hantu, was it?
Yeah, yeah.
That we just
Mm.
did. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it was like a 1 hour thing, 1.5 hour thing, just
Mm.
have that and then talk about it, talk about our experience, how was the food, how was the whole ambience and stuff. And then we did a little bit of walking after. Yeah,
Simple lunch or
Mm.
late night mamak session.
Mm.
correct, correct. Or even in this podcast as well.
Mm.
Right?
Mm.
Since we don't know any other way to constantly hang out, and now we have created this thing, right? I don't know. I'm just saying. All right.
Yeah.
I
So,
have. Yeah. Sorry, you were saying?
yeah, because it just resembled that we actually at the later stage of our life already,
Yeah.
where we actually treasure the quality of friendship rather than quantity, right? So.
Yeah. 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 I was going to get to that in like in the
Mm.
next slot, but okay. I mean, before we go into that, right? Okay. So this is something that
Mm.
I've got to ask, and please don't feel obligated to answer one way or the other. All right. You can
Mm.
say yes, you can say no, or maybe. Um, has the title of best friend, or maybe is the title of best friend still available in your life? Has someone claimed the title of your best friend in your life?
That is a very sensitive topic.
Yeah, it is. I know it is.
That is a
So,
very sensitive topic.
okay.
Yeah.
So the reason for this question, right? Like, it's because
Mm,
there is a follow up question to that, right? Like,
mm,
if in case that title is still available in your life, right? Like,
mm.
what are you looking for? For someone to qualify this title.
Does it have to be like a single person?
No, it doesn't have to be a single person. It can be a group. It can be, yeah, it can be anything.
So
Yeah,
I consider both of you my best friend, but the position is still available. I can still, if someone wants to come in to my life, and be my
yeah,
best
yeah.
friend, it's still available. It's not like,
Uh, yeah, it's not fixed, right? There's one person to you, right? Yeah, yeah. I mean, Ryan is going on a safe route. I hope Kaz doesn't do that. I hope he says
Hmm.
something that's more convincing.
Hmm. Yeah, for me, this is very sensitive because for me,
Mm,
best is the only one lah. I mean, it's the top one.
mm,
You
right.
can't have two best friends. I mean,
Okay.
for me, it's a bullshit, right?
Mm,
I think you just not try to break someone else's heart, So for
okay.
me, I think, especially in front of your friends, I think this is like a forbidden, forbidden sharing, because
Yeah.
as I said, best friend is that only one. It is the top. And
Okay.
to be honest, I don't want to have one. Okay, it's not that I don't want to share, it's I
Uh-huh.
don't really need to have one, because I
Okay.
think it is a bit unfair,
Mm,
to friends that that come along so far, right? Because you want to select one person out of it. It's like you
mm,
need to do ranking on them. I think it's a bit unfair. But
mm,
I do think that some people, maybe they have best friend, right? They have the
yep.
only
Yep.
best friend, right, in
Yep.
their life. But for me, I think, even though you have a best friend, I think, in a group, maybe it's a bit sensitive to share because it may break friendships, to be honest.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
like it's like, you tell, among the girls that, oh, I like this girl, so certain relationship may be broken. So
Mm-hmm.
just be a bit cautious if you do have best friends. If you
So
decided to
so
share
Kaz
in
is now
front of
is
your
now
friends.
giving
Yeah.
dating advice as well. So okay, all right, great. I
I
like how
mean,
how
I
how
mean,
how
now
how, how
now
we
Win.
slid
Now
that
that you
into
ask
this
these
conversation.
questions, don't avoid my question. Since now you bring out these questions, so what is your say on the best friend?
Okay, so I mean, I'm with Kaz on this, right? Like, best friend is just for this one particular person, and
Mm,
for the longest of time, I did have a best friend, up there, but as I grew, like, I would say as I grew into new relationships, right, I realized that you don't. I mean, I personally don't need a best friend. I guess what I need is someone to confide in, and that could be my close friends. So if I were to say, like, hey, you guys are my close friends, like, there is no difference between being a best friend, right?
mm,
At that point, best friend is just a title that. And I'm not sure anymore how to just give that title away. But it is no different. You don't have any benefits or perks, comparing yourself to a close friend. Yeah, I think best friend and close friend, for me, my definition is the same at that point. Yeah, so
mm.
that's just me. Yeah. Any
Okay.
take on this, Ryan? Like,
Um, for me, like I mentioned earlier, like it's normal to drift apart, and in different stages of life, I feel that you will have I mean, like when we like after high school, we go to our
mm,
separate university. Then you will have your own groups of friends,
mm,
and at that time, maybe you will think of them as your best friend. But probably after you graduate, and then you drift apart, and then you go into your workplace, then you form some
mm,
friendship. Then you might think that they are your best friend.
mm.
So
So, like, best friends are like, constantly. I mean, your definition of best friend is
it
constantly
might
evolving,
change, but I think
and mhm.
what we have here is I think it's a very precious thing, lah.
Yep, yep.
Because
I completely agree with
yeah,
you.
it lasted for so long. Even though we drifted apart,
Correct.
we came back. Yeah,
Correct.
so that's why, yeah.
I mean, just speaking about that, right? So what I really uh, really feel very very honored is that we try to in our best way we try to work things out. You know, uh, I think there were some misunderstandings between me and Ryan before. You know, me and Kaz, I don't think there is any conflict unless if Kaz remembers anything. But I mean, we kind of work things out, like, you know, and those are all, I guess, things that we would then learn to cherish. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just me. You know, I learn how to cherish more. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, conflicts are bound to happen, right? Like for a relationship to last so long, obviously conflicts are bound to happen. Like, you know, and it's just a matter of us wanting to address those conflicts and you know, move on, or you know, we just hold it, you know, and you know, then that's where it breaks, right? Like, you know, that's where we start to drift apart. You know, we don't start to talk to each other. I don't know. That's just me
Mm.
based on
Yeah.
experience. You know. All right. I mean, yeah, it's going a bit down. So let me just change that a bit. Okay. All right. All right. So now, if in the year 2026, right? We are in the year 2026. A few of us, a few of the people outside are saying, you know, new year, new me kind of thing. If we are going in that direction, um, if someone were to qualify themselves as a friend, right? What are the other maybe traits you're looking for? Like right now, because as we grow older, obviously, like what Kaz has said, you know, it is more on the quality rather than the quantities. So what kind of individuals you're looking for, you know, to be friends with?
Good
Or maybe you
question.
are. Yeah.
I feel like it's not something that you actively look for,
Hmm.
and it comes naturally. Like
All
if
right.
if you naturally get along with a person, it's probably because you have some shared interests, you have some
Mm,
shared hobbies, or you have the same kind of uh you have the same kind of how to say
Goals slash
uh
shared goals, right? Mm.
yeah, shared goals or something. So
Mm.
it's not something that
Mm.
you actively, at least I am not actively going out like to look for this kind of people to be friends. It's
mm.
just as I mingle around, I find, oh, hey, it's nice to get along with you. And then hey, if you think I'm potential nice friend, then if you hit it off, then
So
so
I mean,
Mm.
right now we are doing this podcasting. So obviously, at some point, they're going to be listeners, right? I'm assuming there are no listeners right now, and I'm saying that they are going to be listeners. So if the listeners are listening right now, and then they find that, hey, you know, I kind of think that, you know, my vibe with Ryan is so similar. Like, you know, what would a listener need to do? Like, you know, listening to you, they have a genuine interest of being your friend. You know, what would they need to do to you know? I mean, apart from getting in touch with you, like what would draw you to be a friend with them?
okay, so I think I'm a big gamer. So if
Okay,
any listeners out there, you are gamers as well, just hit
okay,
me up in Discord, and then we can
and then
play.
you guys will kick it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's that
Okay.
simple.
Okay. All right. All right. So yeah, back to Kaz. Friendships. What do
As I
you
mentioned,
look
right,
for?
yeah, most likely now we are reaching the later stage of our life, right? Where,
Yep.
um, we don't have much time. If you have a lot of time, maybe you don't have much energy as well, right?
Mm,
Uh, because maybe due to work, due to, the stress that you get from your job.
mm.
So I
I
think,
mean, basically
when we
responsibilities and stuff.
evolve into this stage, right?
Mhm, mhm,
Normally people our age will actually prioritize, right, the quality of friendship rather than
mhm,
quantity. So meaning to say, let's say you already have a group of friends,
mhm,
most likely, people would not expand, their friendship boundaries because they already
mm,
have, right? They already have a good number of friends, and
mm,
the reason why they still stay friends, I believe they maybe have some shared activities or maybe some shared goals. Maybe they are colleagues. They
mm,
have shared goals in their office. They
mm,
have the same target to reach, right? So I think that's what keep them binding together. So let's say this person maybe they change company to another company, this person will make friends with the new colleagues, and again, they're gonna stick together as long as they have a same project, they have a same goal to achieve, right? I think in our age, that's the reality, right? That's the reality.
all right. So seems like being friends with you, or being you friends with you, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. Am I right
I
to say that?
think, yeah, I think for me is that you know, at this age, in our 30s, right?
Yeah.
Um, how people approach a random stranger to be a friend, I think that is a very awkward thing to do. I mean, people may feel a bit strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why this person suddenly approached me as a friend, you know what I mean? Well,
Mm,
until you have like a shared activities or shared goals, right?
mm,
Else I think people would just want to avoid you as
mm.
even more if suddenly just approach them, right, to be a friend, you know what I mean?
All right. Yep. Yep.
So I think that's what I think. In
All
our
right.
stage of life, this is what gonna happen.
So he's
Mm.
saying that it's easier to make friends as a kid, but now that we are all
Yeah.
adults, we are all awkward adults, and it's hard to make, it's no longer easy to make friends like like we
Mhm.
were
Yeah.
young.
So I mean, I've seen a number of obviously. I mean, it depends on backgrounds and stuff, right? Like
Mm.
how committed you are to your surroundings
Mm.
and stuff like that. You might have your own personal responsibilities and stuff. So like I've seen individuals that I've been like a group friends with, right? Where they kind of like participate in those kind of hobbies or activities, and then they kind of build friendships from there. Like for example, like a running club, or Pilates, activities and stuff like that. So they are like a group of people, and then some hit it off. A couple of times of meeting each other and stuff like that. Some, it's because it depends on people, right? If I'm going there for sports, I just want to be present for the sports activity. I'm not keen on actually going out and bring friends and stuff like that. So I have seen like both sides. Some people are very open to being friends, and then some people are like I'm here for a certain objective. I'm just gonna complete those objectives, and then I'm gonna head home, kind of thing. So yeah, it's interesting, how we get more selective as we grow older, because I think
Mm.
in simple words, we value our time. You know, we
Mm.
we value our time. We value our effort that we put in. So we want to make sure we channel those to the right person, right? So yeah, I mean, so yeah, that's it from me. Are there any final thoughts, like on all this? We have discussed how long we've been friends, and how the friendship evolved. Like, are there any final thoughts from you guys?
I think that friendship means something different to everyone,
Mm,
and um, it's up to each and every one of us how you want to um, define friends,
mhm.
and whether you get any um,
I mean, for me, it's more of like, sorry to interrupt, but for me, it's
yep,
more of like, I gain happiness out of it.
yeah. I
Meeting
think
you guys, having a good time with you
the
guys, it just makes me
importance
happy.
is, yeah, like you said, as long as you get some happiness out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean, it differs, right, with individuals.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kaz, any
Mm.
thoughts?
For me, I think friendship goes mutual way, right? It has to be mutual.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one-sided, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, if one-sided, I think, you just think that you are a friend to this person, but it's not otherwise. I don't think that's friendship, right? So I
Yep.
think it has to be mutual. It's just like, your relationship with your spouse as well. It has to be mutual. It cannot be one-sided.
Mhm.
Else it can't last, right? It can't last.
Yep. Yep.
Agreed.
So
Agreed.
yeah, I think yeah. Sorry,
No, no, continue.
I think Ryan, you say something. Oh, okay, so I I mentioned it has to be mutual and maybe a tips, to our audience, right? I think
Mhm.
one of the word that I keep hearing, right, in our podcast here, not sure if you guys realize, is the word
Mhm.
shared, right? Not sure
Yep.
if you guys agree, right?
Yep. I agree.
Okay. So if you agree, please, comment in the comment sections, right? Sharing for me, is basically a caring act. So the word share, right? Since my childhood, right? Shared maybe hobbies, right? When
Mhm.
you grown up, right? Let's say you go to a university, you share activities, right? You go into, working out adulthood life, you share the
Mhm.
goals in your department or in your company, right? So I
Yep.
think shared is the key, right? Share is the key because, as I mentioned, right, for me, friendship work both ways. It's a mutual relationship. So first, if you really want to get more friends, right, I think first thing, very simple advice to the audience is, learn how to share, right? The moment you learn
Mhm.
how to share, I think if someone willing to share with you as well, I think generally friendship will just grow, right?
Mhm.
So I think that is my take on friendship. Mm,
Just quickly piggybacking on that, right? Like when you say shared,
mm,
right? Ryan, correct me if I'm wrong as well. I think this is something that parents used to teach kids when they are in like their toddlers or probably when they are in their kindy years. Share your toys and then share your your meals and stuff like that. Like I don't know. Maybe these are some of the practices that I've seen. Some of my nieces and nephew experience as well, where parents or cousins says like, hey, make sure you share your toys, with your friends, share your meals, and probably that's also an experience on its own, right?
mm,
Yeah, sharing is caring.
Yep. Okay.
mm.
Yeah. Well put. Yep.
Yeah, I think
All
in
right.
in those age in our parents' era, right? Normally they have a lot of siblings, so I think parents don't really need to teach, our parents, in the sense
Yep.
that our
Yep.
grandparents don't really need to teach our parents how to share because they have
Yeah.
so many siblings. But
Yep.
when
Yep.
it comes to our age, like for me, I have one son, right?
Yep. Yep.
So not sure when the second one gonna come, but if he's the
Yep.
only child that I have,
Yep.
most
So he's not
likely
going
I
to
need
learn
to
how to
encourage
share.
him to share things. Yeah, share things with other
Mhm.
friends or maybe with neighbors, right?
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, that would be the challenge in our generations, right?
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's
Mm,
a thing, right? Dink, right? Double income, no kids, right? So if
mm,
a lot of them are going to have dink or probably one child, and yeah, sharing among
mm,
siblings is going to be a bit difficult. All right. So
mm,
just to wrap this up, then, right? Okay. Um, to the audience, basically, thank you guys for joining in. For this week's podcast with us. A huge thank you to everyone that's tuning in, especially our host today, Ryan and Kaz. Childhood friends. That has been continuing on for longer than a decade. Um, we hope everything that we've shared makes sense to you. Kaz?
right. So as I mentioned, the friendships go mutual way. So sharing is caring. If you're looking for friends, start by sharing, right? So if you like our videos, please hit the like button and comment in the comment sections below and subscribe to our channel 2A and 1C. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video. Peace.
All right. Thank you guys. Signing off. Vin, Kaz, and Ryan. Ciao.
Bye.